So in last class, we have learnt about waterfall model. So in waterfall model, so just I will say brief explanation of waterfall model. So yesterday and weekend also came, right? So there is a long gap. So that's why I repeated once again. Just brief explanation I am giving now. Waterfall model. See, this is very old and traditional model. So if you take any IT industry start first, initially IT industry start with this model. So that's why it is very old and very traditional model, and it is also known as linear model. So nowadays IT not followed this model. We should understand this model. And this waterfall model is only preferred for long term project. So if you compare with the other models like spiral model, V models, but if you while coming to waterfall model, approach is little different. So same phases will be there like SDLC phases. We already know about SDLC phases, what are there. And here the main important document is requirement specification document. So we have to here requirement analysis in this phase, requirement specification document prepared. So based on this document, the designer will design the software. And here in this phase, the designers prepared HLD and LLD, high level document and low level document. So the HLD and LLD will discuss in further sessions in detail. So for that, after that small pieces of software, they will prepare. If you come in implementation, here developers will develop the software based on the design software. After completion of developers, now testing phase will start. Here deployment. After testing, here, after testing, what will happen? Deployment. Deployment means after testing, they will deploy the software in the customer environment. So they will install the software in customer environment and deploy and they start using the software. So in every phase, need some input and produce some output, right? So for testing phase, what is the output? What is the outcome? Test cases, test plan, test results, right? This is the outcome. And these documents we will prepare as a tester. So installment document, instruction document based on the customer using. So when coming to advantages, I will show the document here, right? So when we go for waterfall model, if it is a, we preferred only for small projects. And when environment is stable, and if the requirement is clear, and if the requirement is not changing frequently, and when resources are available. So resources, what is the meaning of resources? Like here, see, resources means we required a BA team, we required designers, developers, testers, right? First, the company hired BA team. So until unless we don't need designers, developers, testers, right? So when designer part coming in the into this picture, the designers we required. So after that, developers we required. After that, testers we required. That time the investment is very low. So when coming to advantages of waterfall model, quality of the product will be good. We know, right, why it is quality of the product is good. Why quality is good. Every phase we have a detailed document. It is very clear for people. And investment is less. Why? Initial stage, we don't need all people. We need only business people like project manager, product manager. Then designer we need. We don't need to hire at the beginning stage. If we need, we recruit them. So here small projects, preferred for small project where requirement is praised. Small projects means every phase we have a static document. We cannot modify and change the document. If we require very static, if we, I mean not dynamically, in those cases we can go this model. And we can, when coming to disadvantages, if there is a defect in requirement, that will be continued in later phases. Okay, so requirement changes are not allowed. We know, right? Requirement changes are not allowed. So if you want to requirement, if you want to change the requirement, you should stop until the phase, all phases should be completed. After that only you again the again this phase is started, requirement analysis phase is started. So next, if there is a defect in requirement, that will be continued in the later phases. So based on these models, the new models will coming up in the market. So what is that spiral model? Now we will discuss about what is spiral model. I will show the picture, okay? So this is the spiral model. So what is spiral model looks like? Let me just see. This is visible, right? Are you able to see this image?
Yes, yes, yes.
So yeah. And then so let us try to understand how the spiral model work. And again, spiral model having number of advantages and disadvantages. Okay. To overcome the problems from or to overcome the drawbacks from waterfall model, spiral model is implemented. Now look at this picture. It seems very similar to spiral shape. So let us understand how the spiral model works and then we will discuss about advantages and disadvantages. Here there are some terminologies. You can see here. Wait. See, here there are some terminologies like planning, risk analysis, engineering and execution, evaluation, right? So these are all normal terms like so requirement analysis, designing, coding, and testing. It is the same. Here, planning, planning and risk analysis, both are comes under requirement analysis. Okay, so both are comes under requirement analysis. So how much risk here? I mean, how much risk is involved? How many developers are required? How many testers are required? We will analyze in detail. So when you coming to engineering and execution, it is design and development phase. Okay, don't confuse. Just terminologies are different. Designing and development. So evaluation is testing. So I'm going to repeat this once again. Planning and risk analysis. So both comes under requirement analysis. Here, we will discuss about how much risk is involved, how many developers we required, and how many testers we required. We will analyze those details. So here, engineering and execution comes under design and development phase, and evaluation is testing. So here again, SDLC process will be same. Okay, here what are the phases we see in SDLC? So there are five phases, right? So requirement analysis, designing, development, testing, implementation, and maintenance, right? So there are five phases. Initial level, we will estimate the cost and do some planning. Okay, see if you see this part. Okay, if you see that this part, this particular part is planning means requirement analysis and understanding the risk analysis, budget, cost, everything we will think about it. This is first phase. After completion of this, so after complete here initial part, we will discuss about budget planning requirement. Thus, what is the second part here? Here we will discuss about development, okay, development and designing part and development part. And after that, this phase is coming. Okay. So here, what what is that release to the customer evaluation? So once we reach here, we deliver the to version to the customer. Okay. So I'm audible, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So here this particular part, and here from here to here we will discuss about budget planning requirement. And if you come to second part here to here, so here development and testing will start, and after that they will release the first version to the customer. Once we reach here this complete cycle, we will deliver the first version to the customer. Again, on top of this, here, again on top of this, the customer will give few more requirements. Then on top of this, we do requirement analysis, designing, development, testing here. Okay. So after this, the second version release to the customer. Again, we take a new requirement and we are going to implement the same process. So and release the another version in the next cycle. Okay, that is version 3. So in every cycle, we will follow the SDLC process. The process will be followed in different cycles. This is the behavior of the spiral model. Okay, so in every cycle, we will release the piece of software to the customer. Okay, so here first version we release, second version we release. Okay, up to this. And here again, the next cycle will start. And again, it's, we are able to accommodate 1 minute, guys. 1 minute. Oh, sorry guys for disturbance. So what I'm saying, we are able to accommodate some new requirement. If you say, if you take 10 requirements, okay, if we take in one cycle, we'll take 10 requirements. We complete one cycle. Okay, deliver one software to the customer, and that first version released to the customer initially. So second step, what is that? So again, we took 5 requirements, or you can take 6 requirements. The second cycle will implement it and existing software. That is the second version. And third part, what is that? If we take customer client, client given me like again 10 requirements. That is the third version. Did you understand what I'm saying here? Spiral model. Please ping me here. Chat box. Are you getting my point? Yes. So what I'm saying, if you take the main advantage in this spiral model is to accommodate the new requirement and also accommodate the frequently changing the requirement. So this cycle will continue endlessly. Okay, this spiral model specially preferred for product-based company. For example, if you take Microsoft, if you take WhatsApp, if you take Windows, so Microsoft previously we have 2005, 2007, 2010, 2011, right? And if you take Windows, previously we have 1998, 2001, 2005, Windows 10, Windows 11, right? And again, another example, what we have taken, WhatsApp, right? So WhatsApp, previously what we have features. First, we will get calls, status, and chatting, right? After that, the version started, right? The version getting upgraded. Everything now, the WhatsApp, what we have, video calls, okay, video calls and community group, something. There are number of versions upgraded, and we get a new features. So that is the type of spiral model. So spiral model preferred for product based company, and whatever we have the software implemented in the first cycle, that is called one module. And whatever we have the software implemented in the second cycle, that is called second module. And likewise, in third cycle, we will release the third version, like third module. And every module is a new model. Okay. So next, I will show the document and so here, this spiral model. So spiral model means it is also known as iterative model. Iterative, what is the meaning of iterative? Repeating again and again with the new requirements. Okay. When we go to spiral model, so spiral model is iterative model and spiral model overcome drawbacks of waterfall model. So if you see a waterfall model, how many phases are there? Like SDLC, right? There are 5 or 6 phases, right? So there are only one testing phase. We get only one testing phase in waterfall model. In every cycle, we don't get a testing phase. But if you see a spiral model, there are number of testing phase, right? In every cycle, we get testing phase so that we can test the application, we can test the software so that we can quality product deliver to the customer. So next we follow spiral model whenever there is dependency on the modules. Okay. So what is that meaning of we follow spiral model whenever there is a dependency on the modules. So see, over drawbacks of waterfall model means requirement changes are not allowed. Whatever we develop the software in first cycle, that is first module. And whatever new requirement taken from the customer, that is depends on the previous model. For example, Gmail. Gmail, what we can get Gmail if you see the Gmail. First module is compose. Let me consider first module is a compose email. And second module, send email. Send means send email stored in another box. This is called dependency. Whatever we composed here, that mail goes into sent items, right? There is a dependency, right, between compose and sent items. That is what I'm saying. So we follow spiral model whenever there is dependency on the modules. And next point is in every cycle, new software will be released to customer. So what is the meaning of in every cycle, new software will be released to customer? We already know that, right? If you take first version, here we can get testing phase. If you take second cycle, here we can get again testing phase. If you take third version, here we can get testing phase. So in every cycle, we get testing phase. So that is the meaning of that point. So software will be released in multiple versions. So it is called version control model. So it is right. So in every cycle, we get a piece of software. That's why software will be released in multiple versions. So it is called version control model. And when coming to advantages of spiral model. So let me see what is the advantages of spiral model. Testing is done in every cycle before going to the next cycle. It is right? So testing is done in every cycle. In every cycle, we get testing phase before going to next cycle. So customer will get to use the software for every module. So what is that meaning of the second point? Parallelly work. No need to wait till the entire process to be completed. So what is the meaning of this? So if you start first version, so someone developers developing the application or testing, so no need to wait till the entire process to be completed. If we want, if we I mean if the client want, they can start second version here, so it will work parallelly. So the next point is requirement changes are allowed after every cycle before going to the next cycle, right? So in every cycle, we get the testing phase, we get the requirement changes. In every cycle, if they want to change the requirement, they can do it. So that is the advantage of spiral model. And what is the disadvantages of spiral model? Requirement changes are not allowed in between the cycle. It is right? So if the client came and suddenly came and they want to change the requirement in between the cycle, so there is no chance. So in next cycle, if they want, they can change the requirement, but not allowed in between the cycle. If the developer is doing the application and suddenly came, they want to change the requirement, it can't possible. So that is the main drawback. And next, every cycle of spiral model looks like waterfall model. Okay, right. Spiral model, the phases of spiral model looks like waterfall model. Because why? Because it's come under disadvantages of spiral model. So waterfall model having only testing phase, and also spiral model also only testing phase. We don't get the testing phase in development. We don't get requirement analysis. Everywhere we can't get the testing phases in requirement analysis, in designing part, in development part. Only testing phase in every cycle we can get only. So there is no testing in requirement and designing phase. That is the meaning of disadvantage. So this document I will send to your email. I will give the access. So are you getting my point? If you want, I will repeat the spiral model. Please respond in chat box at least. Please ping me here. So that I can get clarify from your end.
Yeah, I'm getting.
Yeah. So next, see, this is spiral model. Spiral model also have drawbacks. That comes overcome all drawbacks of waterfall and spiral model. That is called V model. So we will discuss about V model in tomorrow session. But before that, we will discuss about one more point is prototype. Here it visible, right? Prototype. So what is prototype? See, here prototype model phases. First of all, I want to say it comes between waterfall and spiral model. Already we can see here in prototype between comes under spiral model. Why? Why it will consider between spiral model? So that's why I'm saying it comes between waterfall model and spiral model. So if you take a blueprint of the software, first we will get the initial requirement from the customer. After that, we don't develop the complete software. We will develop the prototype. Okay. If you see, first of all, if you take, for example, house construction, if you take the blueprint of house construction of model, something model house, the initial requirement, you go and initial requirement to show your client if satisfied. If the client is satisfied, then start different phases. Here, chances are there. Okay. Client involvement is more. So what I'm saying, if you show this prototype to the client and explain, if satisfied, then designing, coding, testing, and different phases, we will work on it. Okay, here chances are there and client involvement is more. Based on that, so in every step, customer will give the inputs. We will develop and continue the rest of the process. So that's why I'm saying comes under waterfall model and spiral model. Spiral is advanced, very advanced than prototype. This is the prototype model. What I'm saying, this model is suitable for the projects in which the clients are not having the clear requirements, and also the clients are not having an idea about the final application. So on that basis, only prototype model we use. So first we will prepare the requirement and then we go to analysis. After that, we will prepare the prototype. Prototype means what is that blueprint of the software. So we will show the blueprint of the software. If the client is satisfied with the blueprint of the software, then only we can go forward with the designing, coding, testing, and then release the software to the customer. So nowadays we don't use prototype model, just a knowledge purpose. I'm going to saying this. Okay. And interview questions, there is a very rare cases. They will not ask anybody, but we don't know, right? Whenever who the interviewer asks what is prototype model, you just know the knowledge of this prototype model, what is that. So that's why I'm saying. So what I'm saying here, we are analyzing the requirements and designing the prototype. If the prototype has accepted by the client, we need to write the coding for that prototype, test the application and release the application to the client. If the prototype has not accepted by the client, we need to analyze the requirements again and design another prototype. This process continues until the prototype has accepted by the client. Did you understand these two paragraphs?
Yes, sir.
So only Jyoti is available. Jyoti Naveen is available right now. So this is this prototype model I'm preparing by own. So that's why I'm telling you. So please understand this prototype model. What is that? Prototype model is not important as much the interview questions. What I'm saying, right? So next we will discuss about V model. So before that, I wanna ask you what is module? Always I'm saying module, module, module. MODULE, module. So what is the module? Anybody?
Mm, I think
So
it's
module
a
means a full component of the software.
okay.
Okay. So for example, if you take a Gmail, I'm showing my Gmail. Okay. This is the Gmail, right? So here, first, if you take login first module, compose first module. And if you're sending the email, that is the third module. Receiving the email, fourth module. There are a lot of things we do, right? Every feature and every functionality is a module. So login. So there is a dependency, right? First, we should log in. After that, we are going to compose the mail. That is the first module. After that, we check the mails. After that, we sending the mails. Means in every step, we can get first module, second module, third module. Entire software can't be developed in one module or in one shot, right? We entire software divided into multiple parts, that is called modules, and different type of developers work on different modules. Even single developer can't develop the entire modules. So that's why I'm saying group of people work on one module, another group of people work on another module. Module is a piece of software, contains few number of functionalities from the application. If you take another example, for example, banking application, if you take, so banking application, there is a login, right? That is one module. We check the balance, that is second module. Fund transfer, request the statement. There is number of modules are there, right? So we develop one by one. Okay, we develop and testing one by one modules. We create the whole applications gather with the small modules like LLD. That's why I'm saying that word consider as a LLD and HLD. HLD means high level design or document, or low level document. One module consider as LLD and the whole application consider as HLD. So that module clear? What is a module? So module means a single component of the software. Clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So this is the second, I mean, the next model is V model. So in detail, we will discuss tomorrow because this is very important. In interview questions, there is a V model. I mean, interviewers will ask you about V model also. So see, this is also known as VV model. So looks like V shape right here. So one of the SDLC, it is one of the SDLC process, and how the activities will go on, we will learn tomorrow. But before that, just I will give the brief explanation of V model. What is that? So we will discuss here, one part comes under verification, one part comes under validation part, and we will discuss what it is. The main specialty of the V model is in every phase we conduct the testing. It means, so here the requirement phases we do testing, designing phase, development phase. So here we will every do anything. See, here requirement analysis. So requirement analysis in designing part, in development phase, in testing phase, all it looks like a SDLC process only, but it's advanced. It very advanced when compared to waterfall model and spiral model. So previously waterfall model only one phase of testing, and in spiral we have one phase of testing in every cycle. But now in V model, every phase have testing. Okay, like here you can see BRS, CRS, URS. What is the meaning of BRS? Business requirement specification document, customer requirement specification document. So BRS, URS, we can call anything. Okay, so here user requirement specification document. So this is one document. It contains business requirements. Whatever the requirement given by the client will be noted in this document. So it is prepared by business unit. Okay, and it is very huge document to understand by the business people, not technical people. And based on this document, we conduct first testing. It is called UAT testing. Okay, this document can't understand the developers and testers. If you go second phase, we need a document, more technical document, that is called SRS document. Okay, so see, I'm giving. Plus, could you please share your email address? Need to get clarity on some points. Yeah, sure, Naveen.
Okay.
I will share my email address. So what I'm saying, so let me just finish this session. After that, we discuss Naveen. So in
Okay.
second phase, we need a document mode that is called SRS document. SRS means software specific requirement specification document. So SRS means same requirement will be there. It will be present in the technical format, and data flow diagrams are there, like Venn diagram, set of diagrams. And one more point is developers and testers can understand this document. If you come third phase, based on this SRS documents, we prepared HLD document, LLD documents, high and low level documents. HLD contains main modules of the application, LLD contains low level modules of the application. HLD means main module, LLD means low modules or sub modules. So SRS prepared by project manager or product manager. The first point is business unit. In second phase, product manager or project manager involved. Third phase, designers are involved, and then coding will start. Okay. In fourth phase, here development will start based on the documents. Okay. In V model, every stage have testing. Where exactly we conduct the testing? After BRS. Some reviews are there. What is the meaning of review? Review the document, correct or not, the content is correct, working properly, there is a content proper or not. Okay, and review is that kind of testing. BU team conduct testing. Okay, so SRS, HLD, LLD, so these documents will reviewed and testing the document part. So, and we will discuss testing part testings, review, walkthrough, inspection. We will discuss all about this technique for testing techniques. Okay, by using three techniques we will conduct the testing, either review, either walkthrough or inspection. By using three techniques we will verify the documents, not verify the software. So if you come in coding part, there is here we develop the software, whatever testing conduct on the documents, which is basically called as static documents. So we will discuss also about what is static testing, what is dynamic testing. Okay, and after that, what is unit testing, integration system, user acceptance, everything we will discuss in the next session. Okay, very detailed. So here I'm showing the V model. verification and validation, HLD, LLD, static testing, dynamic testing, everything we will discuss in the next session. So here I will share the document with you. ETech will help you in this. So are you getting my point? Got it right? What I'm saying up to now? Yes. So I will share you this document, Naveen and Jyoti. So if you have any doubts, this is very big topic. That's why I'm gonna tell. I mean about this. We will discuss tomorrow in tomorrow session. So now, do you have any doubts, Naveen, Jyoti? Yeah. Okay, Naveen,
No doubts.
you want? Yeah, you want my email address, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, sure. I will share here.
Okay.
This is my email address.
Yeah, it's fine. Thank you.
You get it, Naveen? Naveen, you got it, my email address, right?
Yeah, yeah, I have received.
Yeah. So can we continue in tomorrow's session because it will take another 1 hour. V model is very big topic. That's why I stopped here. Okay. There are few number of scenarios and number of examples are there. So if I teach on about this topic, it will take another 1 hour or at least half an hour. So that's why I gave a brief explanation of V model. So is it okay for you?
Yes, fine.
Yeah. So shall we start tomorrow? Sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Jyoti. Thank you, Naveen. We will discuss tomorrow about this V model. And next topics also there. The levels of testing and verification and validation got advantages and disadvantages. I will show one more document here. This is the manual, I mean, fifth document like static testing techniques. We will discuss all about this review, requirement analysis. These all phases will discuss, walk through. So yeah, earlier I said, right, walk through inspection. So what is QA, QC, QE, and white box testing, black box testing, levels of testing. So all about this. We will discuss all about this in further sessions. Don't worry, I will share this document to you. You will get it. Thank you, guys. Have a
Thank
good evening. I mean, have a good day and good night.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Take care.